So we're now going to look at the final case in Russian, and that is the prepositional case. And it's easy to remember the prepositional case because it always needs a preposition. So this is the very, very first ditty that we learnt. When the or na mean in or on somewhere, most words end in yeah. So what you need to remember is that the main ending for the prepositional in the singular is yeah. So the prepositional for all the masculine nouns is yeah. Doesn't matter if they're hard or soft, it's always yeah, apart from this little group of words. Okay, and these are just irregularities. Everything else will end in yeah. So for example, na stole would be on the table. The feminines also end in yeah. So if you wanted to say in the book, you would say the knigie. So which feminine ones go I? The feminine ones that go I are ones that end in a soft sign, and also the ones that end in I, ya, which is why when we learnt countries, we learnt the and gli. The neuter ones also nearly all end in ye. So if you wanted to say at the seaside, you would just say na moria. So there, in fact, it doesn't change at all. If you want to talk about words, however, that end in e, yeah, these are the ones that go to e. So if you say the zdani, it means in the building. The prepositional for all of the words, whether it's masculine, feminine, or neuter, all of them end in ach for hard endings and yach for soft endings. Ach, yach, nice and easy to. Here you've got the prepositional adjective endings. So note that the masculine and the neuter ones are exactly the same. The feminine are oi and ye, as they are for loads of the oblique endings, and the plural for all of them, for masculine, neuter and feminine, is ich and ich. So when do you use a prepositional case? You only ever use it when it is with a preposition. However, not all prepositions take it. So the ones that do are the, na, o, and pri. I've highlighted the and na in red because these only sometimes take the prepositional case, and it's only when there's no movement involved. Here are some examples for you. See if you can work out what they mean. Don't forget that sometimes you'd expect to use the, but in Russian you use na. For example, you say at the railway station rather than in the railway station, at work, at a lesson, not in a lesson, and at an exam. We also use it for points of a compass. We also met this back in year 8 when we were playing on an instrument. If you think back, that you always had to say na with ye at the end. There are also some set phrases where you use it. O means about, and there are certain verbs that use o as well. And pre is not used very much. It's quite difficult to translate. So the only important thing here is to recognise the word. It really means something like in the presence of. Like here, with such a talent, in the presence of such talent. And that's the prepositional case.